confound it all. Woohoo! Yeah, because the angle of the sun and all that didn't change, did it? Hey everyone, how's it going? John Bonham, Cape Cod Wet Shaving. So no history shave today, unfortunately. I will be doing one of those here in a couple of days. I already have it written out, ready to go. A very specific one for a very specific purpose, so I can't wait for that. Today I will be doing a first impression video. So December 2nd, Friday, or December 5th, which is a Monday coming up. Today is the 28th of November. Will be the newest release from Aylsworth Razors. It will be the Kopparkant, if I say that correctly, Kopparkant, which I looked up in Swedish means copper edge. Very cool, Kaleb. And this is it right here. So this thing's a beauty, by the way. I was lucky enough to be part of the pass around for the Drakant just shy of a year ago. It was, I think, this past February or March. We still had snow on the ground because one of my shave of the day photos was in snow. I used it about 5 or 6 times. I posted it maybe 3, and by the end of it, before I sanitized it and sent it on its way to Brandon Hay in Maine. How you doing, Brandon? I used a blade that I was scared of and a blade I hated. I was that comfortable with it. I used a feather, which I'm very particular about what I use feathers in, and I used a Kai blade, which I hate because I always slice my face up, and they were wonderful shaves with those. So, having said that, I'm very excited about the newest edition. So Kaleb just sent me this. I just got this the day before yesterday. He doesn't know that I am doing this video. This is actually an early Christmas gift from him for me. So this was not sent to me with the sole purpose of reviewing or pushing or anything like that. He actually just kind of off the cuff said, hey, let me know what you think the first time you use it. And I went, like a first impression? So what the hey. The only thing he asked is that I don't post about this until Tuesday, which is tomorrow. So I'll be doing this, and I'll be posting about it tomorrow when he announces it. And yeah, so I'm very excited about it. It's very, very nice. So this has the same geometry as the Drakant, except this one is made out of solid 360 brass, okay? And I do have my notes here just to make sure I don't get anything wrong. So the finish is fine matte bead blast. It's 95 grams. So the handle is 3.5 inches overall with the cap and everything, and the plate is 3 3/4 inches overall. So the gap is 0.73 millimeters, and the exposure is neutral. This is a very nice razor, and you can see the signature barber swirl for the knurling. I personally love this right here. I think this is very cool. Technically you're supposed to hold a razor up here, a safety razor, when you shave, which is what that's for. But I love this little addition to the middle here. It's very smooth. I love he kept the signature knurling though, here at the bottom and the top. So in my shave of the day that I posted along with this, I posted Rapiras. I'm not going to use Rapiras. I wasn't really thinking. Since it's my first use, I wanted to use something comfortable. So I'm going to be using a brand new Astra Green blade. These are one of my favorite go-to blades. But here's the cap, here's the plate. Go ahead and load up and get to shaving. So, alrighty. Very beautiful razor. Thank you, Kaleb, by the way. This is amazing. I was thrilled. He just sent me a, excuse the water. Sent me a tracking number. And people who know me well enough know better than to go, hey, do you want this? They just send it and then send me the tracking info. So I'm over the moon about this thing, man. All right, so the shave today. Pre-shave, I'm using Shave Secret. I haven't used this in a very long time. It's very tough to pair it with because it's very clove heavy, very spicy. But today's cold. It's chilly outside, so I'll be using Author's Ridge from Talbot Shaving. This is one of my favorite fall scents. There we go, shut the door. It's spicy, very crackly, spicy scent. It reminds me of Red Hots, but it's not necessarily cinnamon per se. It's just it's hard to describe. It's a very spicy, unique, wonderful scent. It's one of my favorites. I think it's barely behind Cade's Cove for a favorite of mine. And I'll be using the matching splash from Maol Grooming. So the Shave Secret does go pretty well with it. And for the balm, I'll be using Apotheosis from 345 Shaving. So this is very runny balm. It's very nice though, and the scent of this balm is very good. It has a very unique, kind of almost spicy sweetness to it that I like a lot. So, and I'll be using my Smilezformilez purple baseball bat, white horsehair. It's my favorite horsehair knot that I own. More than my Vilongs, and I love my Vilongs. All right, let's get to shaving. Start again. Got my swishy bowl ready to go. All right. And this is my Winding Pines Pottery prototype bowl, which I also haven't used in a while. All right. Get to lathering. So everyone, thank you again for Lost Fort. Really appreciate it. I'm starting to see a lot of shave of the days with that, and people seem to genuinely like it. And I've actually had some people, Joe at Startle Art Soap, how you doing, Joe? Sent me a photo of him out deer hunting, and he said the scent flat out reminds him of that, the woods, when he went hunting, which is awesome. So, thank you, Joe. John at Sloppy Badger, hello, John. He liked it a lot. He raved about it. He did a wonderful post about it. Sully Cortez, how you doing, man? He did a wonderful post this morning. I got to wake up to that this morning. That was very nice of him. So thank you, man. Very cool. A lot of good in this community. I'm way overdue to give back. Unfortunately, the last giveaway, or really the only giveaway I've ever done, was for my 1,000 followers. And that was just a couple of gift cards. I need to do something big. Man, that's going on thin like always. I really got to work on that. Like Thomas the Shaver, I just watched his video, his review of Lost Fort, which was glowing. Thanks, man. And he just does a great job with his lather. There we go. I just always start out too thin. I just reached a point where I was just happy with the result that I have personally. But on camera, it doesn't really look the best, does it? Especially if I'm reviewing a soap and I put it on too thin, it doesn't give it a good look. So I do got to work on that. And Chad in Talbot Shaving has one of the best bases. Really good one. There we go. And Smiley, how you doing, brother? This is my favorite horsehair. I don't know where you got your knot, buddy, but good Lord, is it good. There we go. I should have looked up the scent notes of this soap before I just wanted to make sure I got the Dracont stuff right. I think there's some wood in it. Wish I knew what exactly the spiciness was. But it's just very unique. I know it's one of Chad's favorites. especially the subject matter behind it. But I really love it for fall. Like, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to go outside, rake some leaves. That's going to be killer having this scent coming up while I'm doing that out in the cold. All right. Kopparkant time. That was the code name, Kopparkant, but it's Kopparkant, which means copper's edge. First use, aster green. Here we go. I need to figure out a way to do speed ups for when I'm lathering and stuff. Because these videos, man, they drag out. I don't mind doing them for the history shaves and stuff, doing half an hour, but if I'm trying to do a review or a first impression, I really gotta knock it down. I'm already 10.5 minutes in here. I just started shaving. Which is whatever, I guess. Ooh, that's it, huh? And then another shout out to Kaleb again for his shout out of me in Lather Talk. I don't know if I mentioned that in the last video. Talking about the story behind the Kopparkant name. Because we were talking randomly one day, and this is before the Lather Talk episode. He said, you know, you're basically responsible for naming it. I said, I am? Like, dude, I don't know Swedish or Norwegian. And what he meant, if you haven't seen the episode, or I'll just go ahead and tell you, or do one better, go see the episode even after I tell you. It was a good episode, really good live with Kaleb and John at Lather Talk. He's a really cool guy. John Shea. Lives in Mass, fellow Masshole. So we were talking, Kaleb designs video games, which is his main gig, which is where it really came into play, him designing the Razor, because he's used to computer design and graphics and all that. And we were talking about one of our mutually favorite games, which was Skyrim. But what am I doing? I'm going against the grain first. Whoopsie. And for whatever reason, I just said, you know what, man? You should design a Skyrim razor, like a medieval razor, and call it the Dragonborn. And I was just kidding around. And with licensing and stuff, you can't just blatantly use it. Thought nothing of it, and then all of a sudden he's off and running with his Fusion 360 apps, and he sent me a picture of the book of that thing, and it was this big, and I just hyperventilated looking at it. Remember in school, I'm like, good Lord. It was funny, but he learned it quick, man. He was posting stuff left and right about it. I still have it saved in my highlights, his original designs. And the Kopparkant became the Dragon's Bane. And then it became, finally, ultimately, the Kopparkant. Here we go, load up the brush, go to ball this time. Do Chad soap some justice. So, that's cool. I won't lie to you. That's a good feeling. It put a smile on my face, for sure. Because I went, well, I mean, if you really go out of your way to try to say so, then I guess, yeah, technically. It's humbling. I'm honored. I think it's amazing that it went that route. But thank you, Kaleb, for that. And real quick, I don't know if you noticed, I just went through that first pass and I didn't even blink. I didn't even realize it until I started doing this. which is about what I expected from this razor. The Dracont was so damn good. Everyone knows that. You see that thing posted everywhere. One of the things I said to Kaleb too, right when he released the Dracont, I said, hey man, do me a favor. He goes, what's that? I said, don't forget about me when you get famous and big. And he just, you know, laughed and said, yeah, man, I doubt that highly. And I went, all right, we'll see. And I'm happy to say I'm sitting here correct. So good for you, man. Alrighty. Second pass. And Sully, you tagged me in that 2-pass video. I still got to do that. Hell, I still got to do the Magnificent 11. I haven't even done that. Ben at the soap thing. How you doing, Ben? Tagged me in that ages ago. I had a couple people. Scott Pegleg. How you doing, bud? You tagged me. I think you tagged me first, and I think Ben. No, I'm sorry. Ben tagged me for the Death Row shave. That's what it was. Scott Pegleg tagged me for Magnificent 11. And I think Tobin did. Tobin's Throwbacks. How you doing, Tobin? Oh, man, this thing is nice. I don't feel a lot of blade. So the exposure is neutral. But dude, this thing shaves like butter. Slick like butter. Oh, sorry, I gotta stay in frame. Try not to lop off any mustache hairs. There we go. Man, this thing is nice, y'all. Again, I figured Kaleb makes a good razor. DFR. Damn fine razor. Whoop. Nicked myself. I didn't even feel that. Press too hard. Man. So, this razor, the release date, as I said, will be December 2nd, Friday, December 2nd, or Monday, December 5th. And it'll be at aylsworthrazors.com and the Razor Company. So those two places. And don't forget Cape John, my code, if you decide to get it at Razor Company. That's my affiliate code. Would appreciate it. All right. So, razor's $99, $35 for the stand, $125 if you buy them both together. So, that is a good deal. And if you watch that live with Kaleb, he talks about the machine process. So because it's brass, it's an easier metal to work. It's less time on the CNC machine, which means less price for the consumer. So win-win all around. And I'm also happy to say this is my first on-purpose brass razor. I have a 1920s Gillette that's brass, but that's only because the chrome has worn off of it, and I got to get it replated. But yeah. And I think that'll do it. I was looking at this sideburn. Yep. Look at how uneven that is. Both of them. So let me do that real quick. Why not? All right. There we go. There's one. And two. Das ist sogar besser. All right. Let me go ahead and rinse off. I'll be right back. All right. Woo! I love Talbot base. Thomas the shaver said that you technically don't even need a post shave product with Talbot's soap, and I would kind of agree with that, or not kind of, I do agree with that one. That's why I brought it up. But I want to. So I'm a creature of habit. I think there's some pine in here. With the splash, I definitely get some kind of pine. Almost pine needle. I'm a creature of habit, and I do it. I feel weird just not doing it, even if I don't need it, if that makes sense. And I know pre-shave oil is a divisive thing, because really what can be said, and it's really true, is if the artisan did a great job with their soap, you shouldn't need a pre-shave. Everything should be in the soap, but can't hurt. I like doing it. A lot of them double as beard oils anyways, so I mean, my Sterling pre-shave oil is just, sometimes, I mean, it's pre-shave / beard oil, so I'll use that every now and then. And then Julie just sent me her beard oil, which is really good. I just talked to her this morning. How you doing, Julie? She was checking up on what I thought of her lip balm and beard oil that she sent me. So, very runny. So it's in, a lot of his stuff is usually in a bottle, but this stuff's very runny. Very. I don't know if you can see that. Which I don't mind. That's fine. Just for putting it on is different. I think I already put too much, but that's okay. Oh, I love the story behind this stuff too. Apotheosis is, I believe, the last act of the Nutcracker. And if I remember correctly, John's daughter is in ballet. So it's really a nod to her. And having a daughter myself, I get it. So I thought that one kind of went under the radar a little bit, Apotheosis. I didn't see that a lot. The scent's different. I can see why some people might be divided with it. I like it. I think it's wonderful. It's a really good scent. And it was really funny because I had my eye on it a few times, and then Jason ended up sending it to me, the soap. And as soon as I smelled it, I was like, oh, damn it. And I think I literally wrote him and said, well, now I have to get the splash in the balm, man. And he sent like a laughy face or something like that. Anyway, that was a while ago. It was fine. But, all right. So, Dracont. It's not even called the Dracont. The Brasscont. Hold on. There we go. All right. And it's not called the Brasscont. It is the Kopparkant. Will be the official name on release when it's announced tomorrow. For those who have the Dracont, just as badass, easily. Very pretty. I love the way it feels. I love the Dracont. I really did. I do love it. It's very unique. It's a badass razor. But this one, I love how he kept it. Obviously, Aylsworth, but tweaked it. So this is very cool. I love the knurling at the top there, Caleb. That's very neat. But really appreciate it, man. This is a hell of a Christmas gift from you. And it's not going to break the bank. $100. You know, that's not bad at all. $125 for the stand and the razor. So go get yours upon release. I fully expect this thing to sell out. It's a beautiful razor. Go get yours. So that'll do it. Thank you. 25 minutes to say, hey, I like this razor. Whatever. I really like this razor. It's a very nice razor. This is going to be up there with my Hone And my Merker long handle. That's one of my favorite razors, one of my first ones, and to this day, one of my favorites. So, all right, everyone, thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate it. If you did not notice, rocking out the Santa. All this behind me is going to be decorated at some point soon. And can't wait for Christmas. So, until next time, next video will be History Shave. It'll be a good one. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Happy shaving. Take it easy.